Hello folks, welcome back to my YouTube channel. This is Lazy Admin and I'm back with another video. In today's video we are going to talk about Zabbix auto configuration and active client configuration. In the previous videos we know how to install Zabbix server and how to add a host, a virtual machine into monitoring. Zabbix has a great library for documentation. Just go ahead and you can read all the active scenarios. Uh, the question is then why make this video? Well, actually most of the people new to this open source gig are not very comfortable with reading the documentation. And guys, seeing is believing. But I do encourage you guys to go read the documentation, and that is how I learn. And it would probably take a little more time at first, but in the end you actually know what you are looking at. So okay guys, let's get started. So our agenda today is Zabbix auto registration and active agent. First, we are going to create auto registration action in Zabbix server. Uh, let's get straight to our Zabbix server, and here it goes. Uh, this is our Zabbix server, and we are going to configuration tab, and here is actions tab. So as you can see on the bottom left, there's auto registration actions, trigger actions, discovery actions. We are going to select auto registration actions. So we will create a new action. So you can name it Linux registration. Okay. And we are going to add some conditions here. So like when the agent sends me the data on my Zabbix server, it will contain what. So based on that I will make decision that I have to add this host or not. So I would say host metadata or host name or proxy. I will say host metadata. So host metadata contains Linux, or host metadata contains Windows. So I will create Linux, and I will add another condition for Windows also. Okay, we are going to add this. You can add multiple conditions out here. So after this condition is met, what operations has to be performed? So basically you have to add that host into one of your host group, one thing, and you want to link some template to monitor the parameters. So we are going to add here, add here. First I want to add host, or add host to a host group. Actually if I select add host, it will just add host, but if I do add host to a group, it will actually add the host plus group it with some host group. So let's select, I will select discovered hosts, and we select add, and I select another operation, that is I will link a template. So here is the template, Zabbix active agent for Linux. Add. So you can actually create another action to send message, send email to the administrator, so he's aware that there is a new host added. Okay, we have added two conditions and the action, and we added, so it's Linux registration. We have created another, so I will delete the previous ones. Okay, so I'll create another one for Windows registration, and here also we add metadata contains Windows. uh, Regardless of what Windows server version you are using, actually we are looking for the common keyword. The common keyword around here is Linux and Windows. Windows Server 2012, Windows Server 2008, Windows Server 2016. The common word is Windows. So add, and we will add the operations that is exactly the same like before. uh, Add host to the group, discovered hosts, and link a template, and template will be Windows by zabbix-agent active. So this is all. We have created auto registration actions. uh, yeah, we have created two auto registration actions, that is one for Linux and one for Windows. Now we will go ahead and straight go to our VM where we are going to install our Zabbix agent. There are multiple ways to install Zabbix agent. Well, actually, uh, there's an online install if you have internet, and there is an offline install if you do not have internet. So let's head to our first VM, VM04, where we are going to install Zabbix agent. So online install, you can do yum install zabbix agent. This is going to pull the Zabbix agent from the repositories and going to install it. So rpm -qa grep zabbix, and you can see it has installed zabbix agent here. So okay, we have removed the zabbix agent. This is the first method of installing zabbix agent. But if you don't have internet actually, so what you can do is you can actually download the zabbix agent on your machine, and then load that zabbix agent here. If you don't have internet on your machine, so what you can do is you can actually head to repo.zabbix.com, uh, where you are going to have all the packages for Red Hat, CentOS, Oracle, Linux, Ubuntu, Debian, all flavors. So if you see here, I can click on Zabbix, and this is the server version. So we have latest version of server, that is 5.0, and we are downloading it for rel, and these are the versions of rel 5, 6, 7, 8. All these are supported. So we are installing for 7, and here is x86-64, that is 64-bit, and from here we can fetch the latest RPM. So the latest RPM is like 11 May. So I'm going to pull this Zabbix agent on. So it has like downloaded this Zabbix agent. So basically I have downloaded the Zabbix agent, so I can put this in my server. I can do WinSCP. Okay, let's go to our machine. So we are going to upload the Zabbix agent repo that we have downloaded. So I will make a directory. So I'm in root. So let's make a directory in root like Zabbix agent. We are in a Zabbix agent, and we will upload the file in here. Zabbix agent, and I have uploaded the file here. So as you can see, the file is uploaded here. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to install this with the rpm command. So we are going to do install rpm -uvh and the name of the Zabbix repository, and here it goes, and it has installed the Zabbix agent. So this is all. You can do online install, you can do offline install. I will show you how to install it on Windows servers also. So the Zabbix agent has been installed. Now we will head towards the configuration of the Zabbix agent. Uh, so let me show you briefly. So we are going to vi, that is a text editor, or vim /etc zabbix-agent.d.conf. Before you do any changes in the configuration, highly recommended, whenever you are changing any configuration file, just make a copy of it. Slash zabbix agent cp zabbix-agent.d.conf conf.back. So I created a backup file, so that is conf.back. So now I will, oh, I don't have vim, so I will do vi, or you can use nano also, both works fine. So here we are. As you can see, we will head towards the options that we want to use. So we are heading towards Zabbix server. This is the passive check, so we don't want any passive check, so we are going to comment this. We are interested in active checks. So here in the active checks, we will put the name of the server, that is 192.168.8.5. So this is our server. Okay, now here is when the host will be added, what name it will bring to the Zabbix server. So if you put in host metadata item, like host name item, so if you are going to add 10 servers with auto registration, whatever you have written here, the host will come with the same name. So it's kind of a confusing, and we don't want this to be like this. So rather there's a better way of doing this, like system.hostname or system.uname. So basically you can copy this and use host name metadata item, actually host name metadata item. So what we are going to do is we will copy host name metadata item, and here we are going to put system.uname. We're going to change system.uname. So it means whenever you add a host, just bring the name which is the host name, and this sounds good for me. Let's go ahead. Okay, what else we can change? Okay, there's one thing, port. uh, when the Zabbix agent, as I've told you in the previous video, that when you are doing active checks, the port that is being used is 10051, and when there is passive checks, the port that is used is 10050. So if you look at here, by default it will add the port 10050. So we are going to change this. So we put the port, listen port on 10051. Okay, I'm still not finished with the configuration, but I saved and quit anyways. I'm back into the configuration again. So we have set the IP, we have set the host metadata item, and there's another thing that you can check actually is user parameters. What parameters that this host will send to the Zabbix server. So user parameters. So basically you can create a user parameter in here. For argument sake, let's copy this and I will show you what the user parameters are. I will copy this, insert equals to, uh, let's say my parameter name is release. So cat etc slash red hat release. So actually this parameter is like release. I'm making a parameter name release. So what actually it does is, we can see the cat slash etc slash red hat release. So you see it has given me CentOS Linux release 7.6. So it's like a user parameter that I have created that can send this information to the Zabbix server. So we have we have completed some changes in the Zabbix agent configuration. Now let's start the Zabbix agent. System ctl status Zabbix agent. It's not running. Zabbix agent, we are going to start it. Okay, okay. One more thing I forgot, this is important. uh, though you are doing active checks, but never forget, uh, put the Zabbix server IP as your Zabbix server. This one, 168.8.5. I was getting errors on this. So start Zabbix agent. So see, it has started the Zabbix agent. Okay, now we can check status. Yes, my Zabbix server is running. Let's head back to our Zabbix server. Go. So let's refresh our Zabbix server hosts and refresh here. My Zabbix agent has not appeared yet, uh, but before we go ahead, we can do a little bit of test. So let me head back to my Zabbix host and let's do a little bit of test. So we can see there is it's listening on TCP, but okay, let's firewall -cmd list all. In the firewall, the port 10051 is not listed, and let's check get enforce. It's disabled. It's okay. This is SE Linux, so let's add in firewall uh, the port 10051. This is so firewall cmd zone public permanent add 10051. Protocol is TCP and firewall cmd reload. So that's it. Let's head back to our Zabbix server now. Bingo, my VM03 has automatically registered here with port 10051 and the IP you can see here. So it has registered my Linux virtual machine. All I have to do is copy the same configuration file everywhere and restart the host. So it will automatically, when the agent reports back to the Zabbix server, it will automatically register with its host name. So whatever the host name, it will automatically register. So now the last thing, we will get to the one of the Windows machine. For here, for the demonstration, I have installed a XP machine, Windows XP. I know it's old, but it was the most lightweight Windows out there, so I installed XP so we can run the Zabbix agent in there, and we'll see it also does auto register. So I will show you this one. Let's head to our the thing is, from where you will download the 32, this is a 32-bit of Windows XP. You can download it from the Zabbix website. I can show you right away, or you are already familiar with this one also. We all know it's like Zabbix client download. Zabbix agents, Windows i386 is for 32-bit. We are using a 5.0 archive, so we can download this agent, and you can copy this file on your Windows XP machine. So I have done this already. Let's get back to our Windows machine. So I will head straight to C drive. I have created a folder called Zabbix agent. Here is 32-bit I have already extracted, and now I'm going to show you the configuration file. So let's open it with WordPad. So the same thing that we have done for the Linux agent, server IP. You can use the server name here as well if the DNS is enabled. Listen port, we can put the listen port here for the active configuration as 10051, and host metadata item. We are going to set host metadata item. The same value we are going to use is system.uname. So whatever name of the system, please bring that. So that's all I have to set, and save and finish. Now we have to install this agent. For that we have to run cmd go to the exact folder. Okay, agent zabbix agent exe minus c is for the configuration file, minus I is for install. Okay, yeah, minus I for install. So it has successfully installed the zabbix agent. We can see if it is in the services. We can open services.msc, and if you go in the end, there's a zabbix agent down there. You can start the zabbix agent from there also, or you can just do zabbix-agent.exe minus s is will start the zabbix agent service. This, or you can just click here and start the zabbix agent. Both way it will work. So zabbix agent has been installed. Let's head back to our zabbix server and see if my zabbix server has automatically registered my new host. So let's do a quick refresh, and voila, you can see VM05 XP has been registered with a proper Windows zabbix agent template, and my VM04 has also been registered with a proper Linux zabbix agent template. But there's one thing to consider in here. You don't see this zabbix icon getting green. Well, folks, I have did a lot of research over this, that for the active checks this will not go green, but for the passive checks it will become green like this. You can see on the zabbix server. You can do a little bit of test, create just one simple check or a ping check for zabbix passive check, and you will see this icon will turn green. So no need to worry. You can see, you can go and you can see it if it is bringing the latest data. So if I go here in the hosts, and if you see the latest data on VM04 that we have added a couple of minutes back, so latest data, and you can see it has fetched the latest data like this time. So it's like bringing all the information, all the matrices, health matrices that I want to check. So that's it, folks. This is how we install the zabbix agent. Let's get back to our Word file. So we have covered, we have created an auto configuration in zabbix server, installed zabbix server. I have showed you how to do it offline install / online install, for Windows server how to install it, and the configuration part. Okay, so that's all, folks. This is what you have to do. I know there are thousands of used cases. Based on your environment, you can do that. For argument's sake, you are running virtual machines, you want to monitor your VMware servers or KVM servers. So there are thousands of use cases based on your environment. So I do encourage you to read the documentation, and plus you will find a lot of templates in zabbix share community. So go ahead, folks, do read, make it a habit, read more. This is how you learn Linux better. Thank you for watching, and please do hit like and subscribe this channel.